Good evening, fellas.
Hey. Happy KOTG Tuesday.
I was massaging my mustache, listening to the music. Getting in the mood.
Mustache.
Okay. Don't tell me you guys don't do that.
I do.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess. Yeah.
Kind of like an unconscious, like,
That's awesome.
What's happening, fellas? Happy
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah. Happy Tuesday, guys. We got everybody's filing into the chat here. It's pretty awesome to see. I love seeing everybody kind of come in because we see those messages before the show starts. So they kind of like, hey, what's up? You know,
All
just
right,
kind of
man.
a little chit chat before the show
Little
starts.
pregame.
Pretty awesome to see those guys. Aloha Lawn Sauce. Hey, you know, if everybody knows, Maui's going through some hard times right now.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lawn Sauce and all of our
Stay safe, guys.
Aloha brothers. Make sure you guys stay safe over there, okay?
That's crazy times, man.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a bunch about there's what they got, like a 150-year-old tree or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been seeing
Like some whole court thing that was made up around there. One of the oldest trees, and you got burned down.
No, I think they're like soaking it with water, hoping it'll.
Oh, are they saving it?
Yeah, that's what caught my attention. You know, they're watering it, soaking it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that'd be cool if they could save it. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, well,
crazy stuff though. That's for sure.
It is crazy.
Wait, let's get the show started, you guys. Let's change the
mood.
Let's bring it up a bit, y'all. Everybody just grab a glass. We're gonna go ahead and keep off the grass.
Keep off the grass. Yeah.
I found
Brent's
my
got
cup.
a little jug over there, man.
Oh yeah.
What's in that? This is like a thermos or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Just gonna drink some water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Papa says the cast is getting smaller. Well, not really. I think there was 4 of us last week. We all have busy schedules in and out. Nate's coming home late from work. He might jump in. Zach's got family stuff.
That's it. That's the beauty of it, you know. Like, as long as we get a couple guys jumping on, and if other folks want to jump in, I think Lawntism might jump in. He was going to jump on. I gave him the link, so we may get him hopping on a little bit later. But yeah, it's fun to have folks pop on too. So, if we're down a couple because everybody's busy with kids and family and work, we might reach out to folks and say, hey, Justin, you free, man? Come on, jump on, whatever. So. You guys are interested in coming on, hanging out.
Everybody's got vacations, and some of us have jobs where we got to work late, and like you said, kids. It's that time of year, but hopefully, as we return to fall, we can be a little bit more consistent. I know that's my thing. It's just summertime, and we keep being like, oh yeah, let's do a long weekend here. Let's go do this thing this day, and. Get the kids to bed.
I mean, summer's not, there's not much left. I think that we're looking at, next week we're getting ready for school to start. My wife's a preschool teacher. Kids are going back to school, and so that's going to be a whole thing. Soccer starts back up again. I'm coaching apparently this year. So
surprise.
I've never played. I played 1 year as like a 7-year-old, and I was like, nah, football. So I'm gonna have to learn the rules.
You played foosball on the foosball table before, so you qualify.
There you go. Yeah, that should be sufficient, I think.
Yeah. Our kids are starting school this week, so I know. Back in Arizona, they actually started 3 weeks ago. So glad we're not living there, but
dang.
Yeah. I mean, you think of some live casts, some podcasts. There's maybe one person on talking, so you get at least 4 of us tonight, so it's all good. Look around and
you get some banter, some 8th grade humor. Keep it light.
Yeah, for sure.
So this week was a question and answers, and it's kind of like, a lot of people reach out to us and say they kind of like these little chit chat back and forth. You guys got questions and we can answer them, or, sometimes we throw questions ahead of time into our stories. I don't think anybody did that this week. So we're just going to kind of chit chat, kind of like the way the whole show started and set up was, imagine we're all in the garage together right now and we're just talking about lawns. I know Bill's got an update for everybody on his lawn from last week, and backstage we were just talking, and Ole's got maybe some big news too. So stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll start with Bill and tell everybody a little bit about what's happening now.
Oh yeah, man.
With your lawn.
I think I'm getting a breakthrough in getting across my driveway. But if you guys have a question for us, throw it in the live chat, and we'll guys answer questions. So this is Q&A too. But if you got something, let us know. But yeah, thankfully, my wife is a very personable lady, and she's done a really good job of making friends out in this new town we're in, and met a lot of stay-at-home moms and with kids and stuff. And thankfully, one of the moms she met, her husband does commercial construction, and they got one of them horizontal drilling machines. So they're going to be out Thursday or Friday, and they're going to hook me up. So, they get it all set up. I think they said maybe, 20, 25 minutes, boom, you're done.
Nice.
So that should solve my issue.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. So I was quoted, I reached out to some irrigation companies as well, just kind of make sure I'm covering all my bases, because I just didn't know what was going to happen. I just got a quote back, and they came back at $1,100 to $1,400 just to go under the driveway. And I was like, man, it's nice to have friends and a wife who's a real good people person, and makes friends and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty lucky. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, so they said 25 minutes to get under there. How long have you spent digging and doing your thing? I just want to compare this.
Honestly, probably less than an hour of actually trying, because you get a 15 minutes of like trying to shove a PVC pipe under the driveway. I get pretty tired. I'm not really in shape. And I was like, this is not going anywhere. So, I gave up pretty quick on those attempts. So maybe 15 minutes each, about 45. And then God, the poor guy that's come out twice now with this punching, this pneumatic punching machine, which apparently works great. There's tons of YouTube videos on how badass these things are. And same thing, 20 minutes, boom, it punches its way through. But we've been so wet, it just can't get a grip. So when it recharges itself, it just kind of back and forth. So yeah,
that's
getting
That's what
terrible.
it was.
Where's that's what she said, but
yeah, no, man.
But yeah, the guy was getting all muddy, man. I felt bad. I was like, oh gosh, so yeah, but gave him a little something for his time, and some iced tea, because he's a big iced tea guy. So hopefully this drill will get the job done. I don't think there'll be any issues, wet soil or not, unless you're trying to punch through a boulder or something. We should be good. And I think we're deep enough. I think we're at this point now, we've dug these trenches so much, I think we're almost 2 feet down under the driveway. So we'll be down there under all the gravel. So
man, well, if it doesn't work, don't give them a shout out, because you don't want that to be around. But
no, I think this will lick it. I think this will get the job done.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty excited. Yep. I got all my stuff I needed. I got the backflow all connected now, so we don't have any more rain in the forecast. So I'm gonna rebalance my my lid and everything, and start filling that hole back in after work these next few days. So I'm pretty excited about that too. So I feel progress, man. I'd like to be done by this weekend. So you guys wish me luck, y'all.
Oh yeah. It's a big project, man, and you've definitely had your ups and downs with it, especially with digging out your big I guess your controller pit, or whatever, and getting it filled with rainwater and everything else. That's like,
man, that's part of DIY. You just got to roll with it, I think, and I'm certainly learning as I go. It's been fun at times. It's been frustrating at times, certainly, but some things are just out of your hands. You can't control the weather, and you just got to do your best and keep going. So yeah, we're getting there.
That's good, and you'll be relieved once it's done. Just
I think it'll be worth it in the end, man. I'm just looking forward to next summer, June. They start running a little bit here and there, and the grass just stays thick, and I like to have that kind of running start on the season. I'm looking forward to that. So, eye on the prize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually have a question in chat. I don't know. Natty Lawn is wanting to seed for the fall renovation of the backyard and wants to go 1 inch or below in the Cincinnati area. Does anybody have any tips? Zach's not on, but he's
that'd be a good
up
one
and
for Zach,
around
probably.
Cincinnati. But
well, I think it depends
Definitely
on
cool
like
season.
what I think it depends on
365.
what he wants to do with it. I mean, if he's real mowing it or if he's gonna, rotary mow it, just all the way down. But I think that if you're gonna stick with a cool season grass, ryegrass is obviously perennial rye. Obviously, can get the job done. I've been talking with Trevor from Barenbrug the last week or two about basically the exact same question. And he has recommended to me their Turf Blue Pro, which is a mix of a couple different cultivars of Kentucky bluegrass and perennial rye. And it apparently real mows, and you can take it pretty darn low, and it's pretty good with drought tolerance apparently, and heat tolerance. So that's something I'm looking into for a project I'm doing. So
no more 365.
That was my question too, is I'm like, do I do straight perennial ryegrass, do the old Ryan Knorr trick, or do I try to do something crazier? I talked with Dave Bilecki for a little bit about like, oh man, should I try to do piranha over there in this little project? And I don't know, that just seems like a big investment in time, and I would think if I was going to try to seed something like that, that would have been a better project for the spring. But
I know you were concerned about your tree roots and stuff. Would you like get some topsoil and try to build up a little bit, or what would be your, how would you work around that? What's your plan there if you were to do your real mowing, like you've been kind of shooting back and forth?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. So I pitched the idea to my wife about killing everything off and leveling out the front yard and doing the whole front yard and real mowing the whole front yard. She's not a fan. She was like, our lawn looks awesome. I like it the way it is. I don't want to change anything. So I don't think that's going to happen. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do my other side yard. Like I posted on my in my story today, I went out there and like found there were some roots that were coming up, through the ground. And they're like they were just low enough to where I would never hit them with my, my regular push mower. But for real mowing, that's obviously a no-go. So I dug up some roots today over on the side to kind of do that. So that's on my other side yard, where normally we have like big hydrangea bushes over there. My wife's hydrangea bushes got attacked by some pest. I forget what it was called, but she basically had to chop them all down to save the plant. So now it's going to take like 3 or 4 years, I think, for them to come back fully, which sucks because she's put a lot of time and energy into those things over the last 13 years. And so it's kind of
hopefully they come back
really sucks because she had some awesome hydrangeas. But
yeah,
but I want to redo the grass over there, and I want to real mow it, and I want to take it as low as I can. And it'd be kind of cool to put a putting cup over there or something. I don't know if I can get it like greens low, but I could probably get pretty close with a ryegrass or grass rye. So
it'd be fun to have a little spot to kind of baby like that. That'd be kind of cool to treat it a little different than the rest of the yard. And I can definitely empathize with your wife because mine's on the same level. She's like, after this project, you're not doing anything for a few years. We're doing Disney and we're doing, other stuff for our family stuff. So, it's like going to be like, the lawn's good enough. Let's just try to beef it up, get it real healthy, looking good, maybe keep overseeding, but I'm not going to, I don't think we're up for a full like kill off and overseed and leveling and stuff just yet. Maybe a maybe a couple years down the road.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'd eventually like to do it, but I don't think that's certainly not in the cards for this fall. So, compromise. I'm gonna do play around on the side yard, and that was kind of my goal last year with doing the other side yard in 365 was to kind of see like how low could I keep it, could I maintain it, and it had held on really well. But when I went on vacation, I put this in my story a couple days ago. But when we went on vacation, I was gone for like almost 2 full weeks, and I came back and it was just disease like took over and just destroyed it. I mean, it ran through that side yard pretty bad, which I was thinking that probably would happen, right? And we mentioned it on the fungus episode. I had sprayed some propiconazole before we went, but that did not do the trick to prevent it from setting in. It set in. Now it's all patchy and crappy looking. So, just trying to baby it and, bring it back. So I know it, and it's bluegrass. It'll eventually, fill back in, but I have some extra seeds left. So I'm going to probably do a little overseed with that as well this year, try to thicken it up, but that performed pretty good. I was overall pretty happy with it, like through the summer. Like I said, just the last couple of weeks, that disease just freaking took it out, man. But yeah, like you said, have a little section of the yard that I can kind of baby and like mess with. So that's where I'm at.
That's awesome.
But all that to say, all that in response to the question about what kind of seed to use. I don't know. You guys got any other thoughts on that question in terms of like what's something that you could?
So Cincinnati area, he wants to cut. He said around or just below 1 inch. He's thinking.
Yeah,
I like the idea of ryegrass or bluegrass, right? Those would be some pretty good ones in that climate area. Probably, I would say, obviously research kind of what's a good grass in your area. Look at whatever university extensions are in your area. Those are usually pretty good resources for information about timelines too. Sometimes people's time frame and when they do things can be different versus me versus somebody up north, somebody down south. So that's a good way to kind of get insight into your specific area. And then from there, you can just look around at the different cultivars. Mountain View Seeds got all Barenbrug. There's a ton of great seed companies out there, and you narrow it down and then kind of see if folks have experience with any of those or whatever.
Yeah, when I think of backyard, I just feel like you need something strong, resilient. So I'm all about the Kentucky bluegrass kind of thing because I feel like it will handles wear and tear a little bit more. People out playing around. You have get-togethers or kids, playing on it. So
maybe something that's like less, not as quite as needy. Maybe too something where you could be a little bit more low maintenance. Maybe less watering if you don't want it so much. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think about what's your priorities with your lawn.
Yeah. Well, speaking of switching grasses around, Olee,
what
was this you were talking to us about? Yeah, the bombshell you dropped us.
Well, at the shop, I've got roughly 4,000 square feet, and I've been testing the cultivars that are there. They're not the same ones that's in my yard, and let them stress pretty hard, and brown patch took off pretty good. And I made the decision today that that's going to get smoked off, leveled. I have a well at the shop, so I'm going to add some irrigation. We're going to put down some iron cutter.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to have to find me another mower for over there. So
that's not Artemis.
No, it's not Artemis.
It's a little different. A little different.
Not fescue either.
It's 360 degrees opposite. I don't know how long.
Instagram for.
So what now?
You just start a second Instagram.
Yeah, I need to be like
you can't post it.
Bermuda. Bruiser or something, Bermuda something.
So
But,
we didn't get super cold last winter, and you got even like less cold than we did out there in North Carolina. What does Bermuda look like in North Carolina during those months for you guys? When are you going to be
Man.
green? And
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how I'll take the dormancy part.
I think
So
Lawn
it's-
Guardian has iron cutter out here in Missouri, and he's a couple times he was like, you should do it. I was like, but it's not green enough, long enough. He's like, no, it's iron cutter. So I don't know. Maybe there's something cool about this iron cutter. What makes you think about that specifically?
Because it's new and it's a Mountain View variety. And I like the guys and the family at Mountain View.
Yeah,
And
they're good folks.
Good
Yeah.
folks out there. So, and it was talked a little bit while we were out at Seed Day, and I was like, I don't know, it'd be pretty cool. But and then today I was like, this looks bad enough, and it's not very level at the shop. It's not. It's just pasture. It's old pasture, and I was like, now's the time just to smoke it off, rough grade it, get somebody out there and cut me some trenches, drop some pipe in, get it irrigated, smooth it up, hit it with some 333 from Earthworks, and sprig it, and then take the Cultipacker or either the First Products and crimp it in. Let's see what happens. It's going to be
that's interesting.
It's going to be a total different learning curve. I mean, it's going to be totally different. So
Yeah.
I would love to watch that kind of step by step, man. That'd be cool to see your process.
Well, that's something we'll do. We'll take some good pictures and videos, and like it's going to be a whole nother learning curve to go from a full season to warm season, and then from mowing it, 3.5 over there. I was mowing that at 3, but I don't know. We're going to drop it down. You might have to get some.
You're going to get a real mower?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
okay.
So we might have to get some KOTG golf balls or something. I don't know.
Nice little putting green over there.
I know zero about golf. I can tell you that. I can pull a good what is it? Happy Gilmore. I can do a Happy Gilmore.
There you go.
There you go.
I think I look at golf as it's fun, but also maddening. Especially if you don't play enough to ever get good and consistent. So it's fun, but
I played one time. I had a really good buddy. I mean, we were best friends for years, and he got into golf, and he's like, dude, you got to go play with me one time. I was like, all right. I was like, I don't have any clubs. He's like, well, I can get you a set of clubs for $125. I said, get them. He went and he got them. They were used.
Sure.
And we went out, man. It was phenomenal. It was a beautiful day, and I just walked. I didn't even get on the golf cart. And I mean, it was just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take score. I don't know nothing about it. The option is to put the ball in the hole. I was doing that. I ended up beating him, and we haven't talked since. And we were really good buddies. That's how hard.
Man, that sucks. Damn.
Those clubs have not been touched since that day.
Oh wow. You're a natural.
Papa said, watch Olee go out and get a triplex.
No, it's only 4,000. It's only 4,000 square feet over there. So, no,
You never know. You might get.
I like to have something like that would real mow at 2.5 and cut fescue at 2.5 at home. Maybe try for 2. But
Are you going to put any kind of like
I'm gonna have to
like edging or anything
That's
to
what I've
kind
been thinking today.
of clean up the border too?
Yeah,
Make it look kind of more. Yeah, that'd be cool to see that too.
Boxy.
Yeah, because over there is just raw edges right to the gravel.
Yeah.
And I was thinking today, like, do I go out and get some railroad ties? What do I do? I want to need to do something. So something's got to happen there for some edges.
I have to tell you, one of my biggest regrets in my lawn every single day is that I didn't spend enough time leveling it. I wish I would have leveled it a little bit more. It's not bad, but if I had to redo, or if I was going to redo the lawn, I would definitely spend a lot more time leveling, packing it down enough that I knew it wasn't going to get ruts and stuff in it. So when you're talking about how it's kind of bumpy out there and you're going to kind of rough grade it and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's got some bellies and some swags in it, because Nate every once in a while would make, comment about that. That's not straight. It's pretty dang straight, the stripes. It just, it's not level. So
Undulations, we'll say.
yeah, it's got some rolling heels in it. Yes, probably get after it with the SR3 rake and the skid steer, and then maybe slick it up a little bit with the high rake, and get things looking a little better.
Well, it'd be cool even if you just had like some gradual undulations in it. That'd look really cool. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly flat. I mean, so long as your
if you mow it with it,
mower sitting is flat. But I mean, if you had some nice gradual, like a golf course,
Yeah.
The
only thing about over there that's
their own little fairway, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about that over there it sucks is it's only
shipping green or something,
maybe 20 feet wide and like 120 or so long. So there ain't so much you can do as far as patterns and stuff. You just
I don't know, man. You seen those guys over in the UK or down south in Australia? They could do a lot with a little,
some
lawn
crazy
care,
stuff.
Well, listen, it's spring. It's getting to be spring in Australia, so I'm getting really excited for Australia.
Is it really?
Instagram, it's coming back.
I was just seeing videos about winter in Australia. I'm like, that was like 4 weeks ago. Is it really already spring for them?
I mean,
Dang.
Yeah, they're getting ready to move into spring. There's a lot of guys that I follow that are already starting to go through and verticut, and
wow,
they're starting to get ready, and I'm like,
good for them. Good for them.
They're ready to start their season up.
Mm-hmm. So, Olee, are you going to do? So you're going to do that this fall, you think? And are you how are you going to work that? Are you going to use like a turf blanket?
My understanding is I've got a 2-week window, so I'm gonna have to get my ASS in gear. Like things are going to have to. So I really should have made this decision about probably 2 months ago, really.
Yeah.
But from what I was told, your window right there is May to August, and we're already, mid-August.
Mm-hmm.
But if things stay like they normally do around here, hot and, just hot, it should take off. Like I say, the only thing is going to be really different is it going dormant. So
you think it'll go dormant for long there?
I would say it'd probably go dormant for a good 2 months, maybe a little longer. But like I say, I don't know anything about the B word other than I'm used to the common Bermuda that I try to kill.
So yeah, I mean, so I in kind of like doing some research and like wanting to have a section that I can reel mow and mess around with. I was reading some articles, the other week about, establishment, like best time to plant Bermuda, and things like that. And so, I forget where I saw it, but it was like in a turf grass publication for golf courses. And they were saying that basically if you plant now, like, late August into the first week or so of September, you can pretty much expect to have a fully established and usable green by middle of June the next year. So because they were talking about planting greens. So yeah.
So my game plan or goal, whatever, is to start it off with the Earthworks 333. And then I guess once it tacks down, I'm going to start hitting it with the ProPete 1111. And I guess just try to keep it warm and growing. Just, push it as much as possible before it gets too cold. Like I say, it's a whole nother world, a whole nother learning process. And that's one of the things that, normally I got a project in my, here at the house, most of my projects are about complete. And that's what keeps me wanting to do stuff, is projects. So luckily I got a project now. So
that'll be a fun one. Yeah.
Ole's going from fescue freak to Bermuda something.
We need something with a B word.
Yeah.
Bermuda.
That we can say in public. They eat a Bermuda sheet. So
Yeah.
What
A
about you,
Bermuda
Brian? Do
boy.
you have anything that
there you go.
you got in the hopper for fall, spring? Like any projects, any ideas? You're just kind of keeping it status quo. What's your plan?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way my lawns turned out this year. I'm excited about the fertilizer plan that I did. And it wasn't, I mean, I wouldn't even say it was a plan. I just like, okay, I want to do this at this time. It's like, okay, grass is slowing down. I want to throw this down for summer. Now we're getting ready to throw down some more for fall, and then I'll finish up for winter. But I guess the biggest project I've got, not necessarily lawn, but just flower bed areas in the back. We close to the house, for here you keep about 3 feet or so away from your house because of flooding, right? Basements. Everybody's got basements here in Utah, so you don't want to put any irrigation or anything that needs a lot of water within 3 feet. So we got about 3 feet, and it's kind of designed and stuff in the back. And so we got flower. We're going to try to do flower boxes, but we're also going to kind of do like a mini garden. We've got some garden boxes and stuff, but we tried planting like zucchinis and tomato plants and those things, and they just, took over the whole flower box or the garden box. So we're going to kind of do those on the side and stuff like that. So cleaning those up, getting ready for the winter time, and then like in spring we'll end up putting weed cover down and mulch and figure out where all the plants and stuff go. But no, other than that, like my really loving, like I said, the Pro Pete. It's just a nice dark green right now. I don't have hardly any brown spots. Well, backyard's a total different story. I think I said last week that, everybody knows that my dog's pee kills like crazy. And then our oldest son is staying with us for a couple months, and he's got a dog, and it just seems to like, by this time, all the last couple of years of all my spots have been gone, but this time I can't keep up with those two. They're just killing it all over the place. So I am gonna dethatch again. So here, when things start cooling off a little bit more, I'm gonna lower my deck down, cut down a little bit lower than what I'm doing. I think I'm somewhere between 2.75 and 3. I haven't officially measured, but I usually keep it around that for summertime. But dropping
I know
it
you
down
were saying
closer to
about
2.
how when you dethatched, I think last year it really helped the lawn. You really saw a good
Oh,
response.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, last fall was the first time that I did it, and it did. I felt like it came out of spring or came into spring a lot better, and so I actually did it again in spring. But just doing it those 2 times, it's very, very thick, and just looks really, really nice. So yeah, I plan to do it again this fall, and it also, I feel like, helps thin it out a little bit for. I didn't have any. Well, I had like a 6-inch patch of snow mold, this year coming out of winter. So I felt like it did a good job of raking all that stuff out, and so it wasn't laying down as much or compacted as much to cause that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with where things are right now.
Nice.
Yeah. All my kids say that when they get their own places and stuff like that, they're gonna make me come do the lawn or get their
hire out
advice or something. Yeah,
hire out Lawntism.
Yeah.
I had snow mold pretty bad like 2 years ago. And like, granted, we didn't get a ton of snow this past year, but this year I decided to try something different. So instead of like keeping my lawn at like my normal height of cut, which I probably mow at like, I don't know, 2.5 inches. Instead of keeping it there, I dropped it down a little bit lower so that it would be less susceptible to those grass blades kind of like flopping down and just getting pressed down. And, but again, I didn't have the same amount of snow this year. So I don't know if it's that I had less snow or if that mowing a little bit lower after it started going into dormancy and just really taking it down a little bit lower helped. Maybe a combination of both. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a ton. I mean, we had record snow this year, so I was surprised that, very, very small patch of it.
And we thankfully didn't get hardly but a dusting this year. It was pretty nice. Would have been good to get one good snow and then have it be gone after a day or two. That way the kids can have some fun and we can make a snowman. But aside from that, I don't like snow.
Yeah. Well, and then kind of speaking of fall, we kind of talked about our stuff last week. What I want to do real quick, just because we can, is give out a couple bottles.
Oh,
hose end sprayers for
nice.
Simple Lawn Solutions. 1648, I think, is a good number for fall, right? That's something good. That's
a good round number. I like it.
Good round number.
Balanced diet. Yeah.
So 32 ounce hose end sprayer of 1648. We're gonna go with that for right now. So for those people in the chat, we kind of I'm seeing a fluctuation of viewers, so we're gonna try to grab it right now. And so everyone will
like button.
Hit that like button. And as you hit that like button, then you can go ahead and type in the words Simple Lawn Solutions. And I'll put your guys' name in for a will while we're doing that. We can also talk about Lawn of the Week and stuff too. So how's that?
Yeah, buddy.
Sounds great.
I'll try to do double duty here because I know.
And I saw a couple things in the comments that I want to get back to after the Lawn of the Week. So if you put something in there, I didn't miss you. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Snow mold. What is it?
Bill's writing it all down and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Nope. Everything. Keep off the grass. Lawn of the Week. Hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week. It's that time, guys.
It is.
So
if you want to be considered for the Lawn of the Week, tag us with hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week. Obviously all one word. It got to be in a post, got to be in a reel, cannot be in a story, otherwise it'll disappear and we won't see it. But then we can go through on, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and look at all the recent posts and see who's got the best lawn on Instagram that week. And if we think that, you have the best lawn, then you will win a bag of Pro Pete fertilizer or fossil soil amendment from Pro Pete. Your choice of NPK, anything that they sell through Home Depot on the Home Depot website, shipped out to you from Pro Pete. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, buddy.
So
are you guys, I don't know, I've known you guys for what, three years now, going on 4 probably, something like that.
Yeah, almost 4 years.
I'm a Home Depot guy. Are you guys Lowe's, Ace, Home Depot? If you had to pick one, where would you go?
I'm a Home Depot guy.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner from my house, so it makes it pretty simple.
Yeah. We have them, like, they're almost right next to each other, but I gravitate towards Home Depot. I don't know, maybe it's the orange. I liked Michelangelo as a kid, the pizza.
He was always my favorite too.
Yeah, so maybe it's the orange. I don't know.
I feel like I have more luck finding stuff at Home Depot. So
yeah, I do know the layout of that store better, so it's almost like a self-reinforcing habit to just keep going back there. Especially during this whole process of what I've been doing for the past 3 weeks. It's like every few days I'm back there getting something different, returning this, buying that. So yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I'm a Home
totally
Depot
off
guy.
topic, but I was just curious.
Yeah. So
what about you, Olee? We
got to show who the Lawn of the Week is. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Here's our Lawn of the Week. N_Williams, aka Nathan Williams, 8096. He's got a nice looking yard
Looking
there.
good. Yeah, man.
Got his stripes going. I think it's cool. He's got his son out there.
Mm-hmm.
Got his ear protection on, you know?
Yep. PPE,
Yeah.
man. Got to have it.
Yeah.
Just in case he starts running too fast and those little bubbles get popping too much.
It looks like he's been progressively kind of, working on it, getting it, better and
Looks
better,
like
which
he
is awesome.
laid sod from what I was looking back here about
Mhm.
16 weeks ago. He put some sod and stuff in. I don't know if
That's
know if
awesome.
the front yard, but maybe the backyard got it, but he's got a little Modelo in there.
Nice.
But yeah, so congrats,
Good,
Nathan
man.
Williams,
Oh, wait.
Yeah, man.
Looking good.
on your lawn of the week. We'll contact you, get some information. Drunk Lawn Guy will reach out to you, put you into their Discord chat, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I
Olee,
like
where do you
lawn
go?
of the week.
Where do you go? I got to know.
What do you mean?
You go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Walmart. Where do you go, man?
Or
Just, shit you got to get to do stuff around the house. If you had to go buy some PVC real quick, where would you run to? If you had a
local
I don't know.
plumbing store. Local plumbing store.
Yeah.
Yep. We got
I've hit
set
up those two places here too. It's a plum. I don't know if they're local, but there's a Plum Supply and a Corn, Maine that I've been to for different things. They seem to have some stuff that the Home Depot doesn't have, which is nice.
If it's a Saturday or a Sunday, then you got no choice but to go to like
Yep.
Lowe's. We don't have a Home Depot close, so it's Lowe's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if it's during, normal business hours, I go to a plumbing store because you can buy 20-foot stuff and you can
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that when I got all my PVC. I just went to
you
Home
can
Depot.
actually get some
10.
help. You can actually get someone that knows what's going on, give you some help.
That is true. I've picked those guys' brains so much, working on doing my meter and backflow. Like, I'm sure they're sick of me coming in every few days on my lunch break, asking questions and buying one or two things and wasting their time for 30 minutes talking to them, and $8 for a little end piece, and I'm out the door.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of depends. Like, I mean, what are you looking for, and what's the project? Because there have been times where I've been like, yeah, I'm going to go to Lowe's for this thing, or I'm going to go to Home Depot for that thing. Like Lowe's has I feel like at least my two stores, I'll put it like this. My two stores, Lowe's has a better trim molding selection. Home Depot does not have the same amount of trim moldings. Like they get a better selection over at Lowe's. They got a better quality on a lot of those at Lowe's. So I'll go there for like anytime I need trim.
How often do you buy and trim?
Not like super often, but like, like
weekly.
I have to get some more trim,
Yeah.
just
need some more
trim it all
window
day.
casings this week,
He just loves it.
But that's kind of what I found over the years, like redoing.
I get it though. You're just fixing stuff and working. I'm just being
redoing all the
stupid.
trim and the baseboards or window casings over the years. So it was like, I did my den the other couple years ago, remodeled that and gutted that room and redid it. And I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh, right. I got to go to Lowe's for trim, because
I will say we got a lot of
10
our
years ago,
blinds
it was
from
better
Lowe's.
selection.
Yeah.
But I also go to like the local lumber, the local lumber yard, like the local.
Ooh, Menards. Yeah, I
Millworks
forgot about
guy.
them. We got one of them too. They're just a little further away. That's a big place, man. Menards is huge. Kids love running around there, though.
Menards is huge.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Lowe's definitely has better Christmas decorations, hands down. So for stuff like that, yeah, I mean, like Lowe's, I think that's kind of their bent, right?
I bet you, lucky Jason Riley there. I bet you his house is already ready for Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
I'll bet you money.
Lowe's had those big Halloween things out already when we went there to get some stuff. So, yeah.
Jason has all the nice lights and stuff, right?
Yes. He's ready for Christmas.
I wonder if he's going to do something for Labor Day,
Probably.
Yeah.
He's probably already got orange and purple on for Halloween.
Yeah. First day of fall probably has the lights for that, right?
I like to have those lights. Those things are cool as everything.
It says it's watermelon colors right now.
Sweet.
Well, hey, right before we did the Simple Lawns thing, somebody had asked about the snow mold, and I thought it was pretty good because I'm not really quite sure what causes it and what is it. Is it, and then like maybe is the treatment any different than like if you get brown patch? What specifically do you do? So, what is snow mold, guys, and what what are you doing that causes it, or what overwinter causes it?
We don't have enough snow to worry about that.
My understanding is the grass lays over on itself, and essentially it can't breathe, and it just kind of builds up.
Stays moist, doesn't evaporate.
Yeah, it just stays too moist, evaporates. Just kind of like a humidity, kind of a wet.
And is it something where like the mold is kind of growing while there's snow on it, but then when it kind of maybe melts a little bit, the mold can kind of grow some more, and then you get more snow. Like it just kind of stays there until spring, and then you're like, oh crap, this has kind of been this festering thing all winter, or does it really take off once the snow's gone and then it hits? Like is the damage done before the snow's even gone?
Once the snow melts, that's when you start seeing it. It doesn't just come through after that, but there's not really any. You don't have to spray anything or put anything down. You just simply rake it up, get the grass to stand up again and breathe, and essentially just goes away. So,
seems like I read something one time about that though, like going into winter, maybe something with some K to try to help fight that. Like Pro Pete 7-4-14. And then also it seems like I read something about like the height of cut that you end the year with can help you fight that.
Maybe.
And I know a lot of people actually mow their grass shorter too, because again, a lot of the causes is.
And I want to say what I read was actually opposite of that. Like you think you would chop it down and be ready. It seems like what I read was opposite, maybe to where it protected, but I
think there's something to the nutrients in the blade.
If it snows here, the next day it'll be 90 and it'll be a mud hole. So we don't.
Well, as we go into winter, maybe we should do an episode on snow mold, and we can all sit down and research it, and then we'll,
that'd be fun.
Have some actual knowledge about it. I just know I've seen it, and I was like, "What the hell's that?" And
maybe try to bring someone on that could school us and tell us a little bit about it.
Dave.
Yeah, I think I got a guy.
Yeah,
we could do that. Couple weeks. Couple weeks. My friend Dave's going to come on. He's a assistant superintendent at Galloway National Golf Course, Galloway National Golf Club, South Jersey. It's been rated as a top 10 course in the United States a number of different years, and I play there a lot. Got a hoodie on right now. He's a buddy of mine, and he follows the show. He follows along with us, listens to the podcast audio, and he's an assistant super. He knows Dave Bilecki, so I guess the golf course country club superintendent world's kind of small on the East Coast, but he knows Bilecki, and that's kind of how we got talking about it. So he was like, I knew he'd watch the show, and we were talking about, man, I know a guy in New York that did his whole front yard in Piranha Bent. And I was like, there can only be one guy. Are you talking about Dave Bilecki? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, you know him? I was like, I know Dave. Yeah, for sure.
That's funny.
So my buddy Dave's going to come on, and he's we can ask him about snow mold for sure. And any other questions. So if you guys in the live chat got any questions for, I know that people have always liked when we have, like turf pros on. People that's their full-time job, taking care of, golf courses, or, the Rose Bowl Stadium was a hit. That was a great episode. Talking with turfgrass scientists was big too. So, I think we're going to do that on what did I say? The 28th, whatever
that week is, that Tuesday of that week. And in August at the end of the month. So a couple weeks out.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, man.
So
we'll
yeah,
do a better
You guys
job
should
of
have both of them, both Daves at once.
both days at once.
Oh
Yeah,
my
buddy.
goodness!
Oh, it's yeah. Drunk
we'll
long
be
day
better
long,
about
both
getting
days.
the word out too, leading up and asking folks if they have questions, because I think we've all been a little busy and distracted right now, but certainly it'd be fun to ask some real good questions and get some cool feedback and insights on some of this stuff, because yeah, I think we all got something to learn.
Yeah, so you can go check out his Instagram. He takes, a lot of really good pictures on the course. It's don't.b.dave. This is Instagram. And yeah, he's got a lot of great pictures on the course and doing work and stuff like that. So anyway, he's gonna be on, get some questions ready for him, what it's like to, be a superintendent at a top 10 course and all sorts of stuff. So
It's always interesting to hear about what they do for their like fertility and stuff, because a lot of times it's quite different than what I'm doing, or most of us homeowners do. So it's kind of neat to see what factors into things that they're considering for their lawns that's different than what we think about. So yeah, that's always cool to hear their
Such a large
perspective on
scale
stuff.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they do things different for the greens and the putts, and putting in the roughs. So everything gets treated differently. So
yeah, and I'm sure they want to keep the courses playable for as long as they can too. So all season long, different techniques and strategies to get through summer and winter and all that stuff. So I don't know, that'd be really cool, man. This will be fun.
yeah, for sure.
Listen to Drunk Old Guy. He's got like 6 kids.
I know. How many kids does he have now?
he knows his stuff.
That's why he's coming to GIE. He wants to escape for a little bit. I understand.
Gotta get away for a little bit.
All right, well, we only got a couple more minutes. Do we want to spend the
yeah, let's spin it.
Yeah, man, let's do that.
So I guess all those Bud Lights didn't hurt his fertility.
Yeah, I guess not.
He made the switch.
No, they
to
say
Busch
water's
this
great
time.
for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it's Busch Lights, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be careful with those.
All right, so we got 18 people put their hat in, or I guess put their name in the hat. I don't know how you say it, but we're gonna do a spin for 2 of these, and it's the 1648 liquid lawn fertilizer hose and sprayer from Simple Lawn Solutions. So shout out to Simple Lawn Solutions letting us do this every now and again.
Hey, and they'll be at the expo too this year, they said. So
yeah, and there's an after party, or they're doing some kind of party afterwards. So make sure you guys have signed up for that. I don't know if they're taking any more RSVPs. I think they've got most of the names to figure out where they're going to do it at. So hope to see everybody there with Simple Lawn Solutions. All right, so I'll shuffle it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Go full screen. And here we go. All right, Eddie. He's a Lawn of the Week winner as well. Yeah. So congrats. We'll get your information and get that sent out to you. And we'll do one more. Hey, Billy Ray Jr.
Right on.
Congrats. See him in the chat every week.
Team 25R.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on,
guys.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. That'll be great going into the fall too. Yeah. Give you a little boost.
Yeah. I like these hose and sprays. You just hook it up to your hose and you just spray it.
the convenience is really nice. That is
Yeah.
true.
No
Yeah.
mixing, no washing out, no nothing. You just spray it on the spot you want it, and you're good to go. So,
What's Tanner wanting to sign up for? Lawn of the month?
no,
Lawn of the week?
he wants to sign up for the Simple Lawn Solutions party.
Oh.
Gotcha.
They probably have something up on their Instagram. I don't know when they posted it, but it wasn't too long ago. They might have a post. Check their feed, maybe. I have a
Dang,
link.
Lon Sauce is trying to do a $1,700 hotel.
Ooh. Well, yeah, man, you're flying out from Hawaii all the way back.
No. Well, his flight's $1,200, but a hotel $1,700. You need
For
to
what?
check out.
Yeah.
You need to check out the
Dude, we got room.
Hancock place.
Yeah, man, we got room. Come stay with us, man. I think right now it's split between because you know, I think it's like it's you know, an order of magnitude cheaper if you stay with us, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
message
It's
me
still-
on
Yeah.
message me and yeah, man, come stay with us.
You save over $1,000 by doing that, man.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks to those that showed up and gave us the views and came in and
Hey,
had a
guys.
good chat. And we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with us on these Tuesday nights. And we'll have some things coming up here in the near future. You know, it's just everybody's busy, and we got you know, winter when everything's slowed down as we get the experts and the companies and all those people coming in to get us pumped up over the winter and get ready for next season. So hopefully you guys are all enjoying your lawns right now because you guys have put in that hard work over the springtime and summer, and just get out there and enjoy what you've done.
Hell yeah.
Grilling and chilling, man.
Grilling
There's
and
still a little bit of
chilling.
summer left, you know, and fall's gonna be so nice.
Now's the
I
time to enjoy it while kids are going to school, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there while they're gone and just bask in the glory.
Indeed.
All right, guys.
That's it.
Thank you for showing up, and we will see you
Thanks, guys.
all next week.
Good night, everybody.